Hey, federal employees, Sean here. Boy, have I heard some stories this year. I know you have them as well. Now, got an update. It turns out Wired just did something important. They spoke with more than 200 federal workers across dozens of agencies and put the human impact of DOGE into words. So I want to lift up 5 of those stories, and then I want to hear yours. So save this, double tap, and share it with a colleague who needs to feel seen. Story number 1, the hallway patrol at FEMA. In one FEMA office, the usual friendly guard was replaced by a fully kitted officer, body armor, rifle, no name tag, slowly pacing rows of cubicles. When staff asked if there was a threat, he said he was there to, quote, patrol you and desensitize you to my presence. That same office, employees were asked to bring their own toilet paper for months after purchase cards were frozen. That's not efficiency, that's intimidation and indignity at work. Story 2, the Valentine's Night email for FAA and CDC. On February 14th, a late-night email ended one FAA specialist's career, what some called the Valentine's Day massacre. Another Fed described eating a planned romantic dinner in tears. Layoffs aren't numbers, they're lives rearranged at 11:30 p.m. on a holiday. If that was you or your team, tell me what that night felt like. Story number 3, prove you're you from SSA. Frontline SSA workers were told to push beneficiaries from phone verification to in-person or online before clear guidance existed. A 90-something caller sobbed, afraid she'd lose benefits if she couldn't travel. Later, data showed more than 1% of teleclaims were even flagged for review, exactly what frontline staff tried to say from the start. That's what happens when policy moves faster than people. Story number 4, DOGE and FBI at the door for USIP. At the U.S. Institute of Peace, security was told DOGE had arrived, then the FBI appeared alongside them. No warrant, no court order, just pressure to, quote, facilitate a cordial conversation. When entry didn't happen at the front, someone reportedly tried a side door. Staff were later fired with health coverage cut the same day. That's a playbook of pressure, confusion, and fear. Story 5, bring everyone home now, AmeriCorps. AmeriCorps teams out on trails and in forests were ordered back immediately with no notice. 85% of staff were put on admin leave. Travel was chaos. RIF notices followed, some even misaddressed. Imagine devoting your early career to service and getting yanked mid-mission with nothing but scrambled emails. So I read the piece. Wired captured so many more voices. GSA staff blocked from their own docs during RIFs, museum and library grants cut by generic emails, DHS officers questioning lopsided refugee priorities, and a workforce pushed to the breaking point. If any of this sounds like your story, we want to hear it. So here's my ask to you right now. Comment or share your story if you saw anything like this. Be careful about it, of course. We don't want it tied to you. If you want us to tell your story on camera with care, send us an email at advocate@southworthpc.com. We have a podcast forthcoming. We might feature you on that. If you want to read more of the stories yourself, go to fedlegalhelp.com/oral history. We put up a redirect link to the Wired piece so you can read them yourselves. We're here to put names and dignity back into the conversation. This is general information, of course, not legal advice. But if you're facing pressure, retaliation, or improper data demands, it might be helpful to realize you're not alone. Please double tap so this reaches more feds. Share with a teammate who needs to feel less alone and heard today. A lot of stuff has happened this year, but remember, it's not happened to you alone. That doesn't, completely eliminate it or really reduce it at all, but hopefully that can bring some peace. So let's help get those stories out. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Take care and have a great day.